Hey everyone, Moppyvos Gaming here, and we're back with another Destiny 2 video. Today I'm going to show you how to beat the Royal Pools part of the Leviathan Raid. Now this section is a little tricky. Basically what you want to do is have 4 people standing on plates. These plates, as you're standing on them, will pull down a chain to open weak spots, basically containing 9 lanterns filled with purple goo. Now while you're standing on the plates, there is damaging water surrounding all of them, as well as ads. So to prevent you from getting attacked from the water, you essentially get this psionic protection, which will give you 50 seconds of protection from that water. Additionally, once the phase starts, you can see here in slow motion, these Leviathan things will unlatch the chain, and you standing on the plates will essentially make the chain go back down and unlock the lanterns. Now, as you're standing on the plates, there's going to be ads surrounding you, and also a bather is going to deploy right from the chain. Now, you want to take these out as quick as possible, because if you're low enough light, they will kill you in one shot. I recommend the Merciless to get these taken out pretty quickly. And as you can see here, once your time runs out, you have to go to the center to renew your psionic buff. Now, when that happens, you're leaving your plate exposed. So obviously 6 minus 4 is 2. You have 2 floaters, one on each side, that's going to help you out. Basically take over your plate, similar to the Oryx phase in Kingsfall. And also your floater is going to help you clear ads as well. So again, each plate coverage will spawn a bather. Make sure to take them out quick, and once you do this rotation a few times, you're going to hear a sound, and you'll also see right at the bottom those 2 Leviathans chain back up, or excuse me, link back up the chain, and that's your cue to head to the center room. The center room contains all the lanterns that you'll need to shoot. They are bullet sponges, so you're going to need to shoot them very, very quickly, and you're going to need to shoot them all at once. So I recommend shooting the front ones first, as well as left, middle, and right, just so you know, basically go in a clockwise kind of motion. So once you get that done, you'll have to rinse and repeat and do it again, and by that time all 9 lanterns will hopefully be shot at, and you will beat the match. Now, a couple of things complicate it quite a bit. There are ads coming in at all times, especially when you're in the center room, so I would devote a couple people, at least 1 or 2, to ad control, and everyone else help out and do their part. You need to stand in the middle to make sure you're buffed enough to shoot them, the lanterns that is, and if you're not in the, you can see right here it says immune, if you're not in that center, you won't do damage at all. So I would shoot to get at least 4 or 5 lanterns done in the first phase. That way it'll prevent you from running out of time, or if you make a mistake, it'll let you do that 3rd round if you need it. So once you get the first phase done, you get a couple lanterns shot, sync back up again and make sure all 4 players hit their buff at the same time, like right now, and then you'll start the process over again. Once you get that first phase down, it's very easy. It's a little tricky though. We had a lot of coordination on our end to get our fire team in sync enough to get plates covered at all times. Now the final tricky part about this is that once you leave your area, when your protection runs out, you're leaving your plate exposed. So you want to make sure to communicate with your swapper or your rotator, that is all of the spare 2 people helping on either side. We designated front left, front right, back left, and back right, as if we were looking at the big gold statue as our true north, and that seemed to help us pretty well. So you could do something similar. Just make sure that you're coordinating. Like you can see here, we bump into each other. There's a couple of silly deaths that happen. You're allowed 1 token for revives. After that, it becomes very difficult. If you don't revive someone in 30 seconds, I believe, you will forfeit the phase, so you'll have to start all over. So make sure that you do it in as few deaths as possible, because we found that if you die, it makes it infinitely harder to have all of your swappers go through and revive someone, If your swappers are using their revive tokens, it's got to be someone else on a plate, so it just gets very complicated from there. So I highly recommend practicing. You're gonna fail a couple times before you get it in sync. This is all, you know, very new to us. So once you hear that audio cue, and then you see the Leviathan, the mini gold Leviathans linking back up the chain, you'll know to go back into the center room and finish out the rest of the lanterns. I think you have about 3 phases to get all 9 complete or, you know, destroyed. Otherwise, you'll have to restart. There is also a scion in a bubble in the center room once all the lanterns come down. So after that phase, after the DPS phase of the lanterns is complete, you have about 5 seconds to kill that scion. Otherwise, he will kill your entire fire team. So I'll let the rest of this play out, and you can see here there's a lot of team shotting on this. Use AoE grenades, use specials. These are just bullet sponges, so make sure to just lay into them. I use a merciless. I'm sure another fusion rifle would work. A linear fusion like Man of War or Tarantula would also be really good. We seem to do a lot of DPS for that. So once you get all 9 lanterns done, you're complete for this phase. A chest will be rewarded to you. You'll get a drain token right here. You can see, a drain key for the drain chest that you have to find, and you'll also get around 6 callus tokens for the vendor after you beat the raid to turn in for gear, for packages, just like the other vendors. So there you go, guys. I hope this helped you out. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. I'll be sure to reply. I'm also on Twitter at Moppybos Gaming, so check me out there to find out what I'm playing right now. And if you have any other feedback, leave it in the comments. Thanks, everyone. Peace out.